Hello everybody and welcome to the Minute Channel, and this is the first time face reveal for Loras here. So yeah, he came over and I was like, hey, let's do another video because it's fun. And so yeah, we were gonna talk about the social links, or now they call it Confidants, I guess, whatever.
It's the same thing because they still say social link when you actually look at it in the menu.
So it's Confidants, social links, whatever you want to call them. It's cool. I like them. We like them. It's part of the Persona experience.
Oh yeah, and
so,
the entire game is centered around the relationships that you can form with people. Like, that's the entire, not plot, but
it's the
like,
charm.
point of the game.
Yeah, just like you have to develop these relationships with people to get stronger and potentially summon Satan.
That's a little bit off-putting for people who are coming into this game for the first time. Like, holy.
Obviously, just want to say, go ahead, spoiler alert, I guess. We won't discuss the ending, but we're going to talk about the different social
You better
links.
not talk about the ending. I haven't gotten there yet.
But we're going to talk about the different confidants that you can talk and their interactions and everything. We're going to talk about our favorite ones and possibly our least favorite ones. But yeah. Feel free to join the discussion, comments below, and let us know if you like any specific confidants or if you hate any specific confidants. Please don't comment spoilers in the comments, just so other people don't get frustrated or something.
Trust me, it's much better if you just learn about these people through the game. Whether it's because this guy beat this, like, what did you beat it like the week after the game came out?
Yeah,
or something like that. I'm still working on it nearly 2 years later.
So yeah, it's just a good experience. So yeah, if you can, just please don't comment spoilers. We don't want to annoy anybody that just wants to go through the comments or whatever.
We will say there will be minor spoilers because some of these people you kind of meet early on, but you're not really sure where their loyalties lie until you start interacting.
Alright, but that being said, this video will contain spoilers. Be sure to know that. Alright?
We're gonna put like a little spoiler warning before we start into the specific characters, right?
Just yeah, we're about to start this conversation right now. Alright, so Justine, what are your favorite?
I have to start with biggest waifu for this game is oh my god, am I really that bad and don't remember her name? It's the back alley doctor. What's her name? Tell me what's her name. I'm so terrible at names. I'm just so terrible. Oh god, what is her last name?
What is her last name? I don't remember her last name. I only know it's Tai. Anyway, so she's the doctor. You'll see here. I'll put some
form of
footage here
up
so
there.
you can actually see what she looks like and everything.
She's basically like the most heavy metal goth doctor ever, and it's glorious.
Yeah.
Just straight up.
Spoiler alert: we both dated her on the game, so that's how much we like her. But if you don't like her, that's fine too. But she's my favorite one on the game.
Sorry, I just realized I might have a receding hairline with your camera.
I don't care.
Sorry.
Alright. So yeah, that's his favorite one. I like her a lot. Let's see some of the other confidants that I like here. I like Makoto. Obviously, a lot of people consider her waifu number one. She dropped. Where's she at? Other she fell off earlier.
Yeah.
I like her a lot. I like Anne too.
Anne's fine, but it's she's very much like oh god, what was her name? This is gonna bother the ever-living turd out of me. From Persona 4.
Risa?
Not Kujikawa. What is her name? Oh my lord! It's one of your party members. Not black hair, not Nijima, not
Chia?
Yes, Chia.
She's nothing like Chia.
No, it's just like it's one of those like she's part of your party, but until you start to get to know her better, she just feels like she's just an extra friend that's in the group, or that she might get with Ryuji.
Well, story-wise, I feel like she had a pretty good background because of the other girl that's gonna commit suicide and everything.
Attempt to commit suicide, and again, spoilers. Super early on in the game, but
We already talked about. We already said spoilers. You know
Yeah,
spoilers on this. So anyway, so I'm gonna go full blown spoilers except for the ending. Okay.
yes.
So I feel like that added a super big layer for her character.
Oh,
but
yeah.
until then, she's just kind of like.
She's kind of the ditzy blonde girl almost.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that type of person, but it's a trope that I would kind of like to see die in games and anime and stuff like that, because there's just no point in it anymore. It
Yeah,
really
yeah.
isn't. Like, it's been done to death.
Yeah, but then again, I feel like this is kind of like one of the charms of Persona.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have pretty much every trope is a social link here. Like the God Doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Or Futaba, she's like the classical nerdy girl.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's hilarious that she's the hermit because she never wants to come out of her room.
yeah, I mean, that's also like a huge, like...
like
that's
on
funny.
the nose description.
Yeah, it's funny. I like that a lot. My other favorite one is this girl right here, Hifumi
Togo?
yeah,
Yes, I
yeah,
actually
I
have.
like her a lot, and she's super useful. I feel like if you haven't finished the game, I would recommend you getting her later on, really early on. I'm sorry, not later on, earlier on.
As soon as you can, try and max out her social link, because anything she teaches you is amazing.
Yeah, battle-wise, in battle, this is one of the best ones. Like, you need to get this one. She's
There's another
super
one
good.
though. He's the Tower Arcana in this one.
Yeah,
You know
that'll
what
be
I'm talking about?
the
This guy, the tower bottom right.
the kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
This kid teaches
So that'll be
you.
Shinya. You're seeing
Yeah.
video of this.
When I say bottom right, we actually have a list up here, and we're talking from that. Anyway, this kid teaches you gun techniques.
Yeah.
For fights, and let me tell you how important the first one he teaches you is. Even if the enemy is resistant to gun attacks, it will knock it down with a critical.
Yeah.
It's a guaranteed critical anytime you use it. And when you're getting these really rare beasts that are inside the palaces, you know the ones I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like the gem or whatever
Yeah,
ones?
the hands. Is that the hands?
No,
The golden hand?
well, the golden hands in
Persona 4, they are the golden hands, but in this one, they're just like special
ghosts, essentially.
ghost things. I don't know exactly. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can picture them in my mind.
But they're super expensive to buy out of the compendium. And I've literally, with this technique, gotten 2 of them in the most recent palace I've been in, which I'm not going to talk about because that's a spoiler.
All right.
A really big spoiler.
The other one that I really like, and I don't like his confidant per se, but the abilities that he brings is good, is the politician that you find in...
I literally only talked to him like twice.
Oh my god, he's so good. His social link basically, he just lets you get the negotiation for the demons, for the personas,
Yeah.
faster. Like there are at some point
I wish I'd have known that because
Yeah.
I would have tried to max his out.
at his masks, you can just talk to them and they'll join you as soon as you talk to them.
Really?
Yeah. Or one of his earlier abilities lets you try again. Like if you piss them off or something,
Oh, yeah.
you can just try again.
I do that a lot.
And so that's super good. He's super useful. You should probably get that one too. It's really good. I don't like Mishima, and a lot of people do. A lot of people like Mishima as a character. I don't like him. I'm sorry.
Is there a reason why? Because I thought he had a fairly compelling character. arc.
He had a really good, compelling arc. I don't like him. It's just a
on
pussy.
a personal level. That's fine. I mean,
I don't like his person. Like he's like there's always this person that you know in your life, in your real life, kind of just like drains your energy, your positive energy, or like.
I know exactly what kind of person you're talking about. I'm not gonna say that person because that'll get me in a ton of trouble.
But you know what I'm talking about. That's the kind of person that just kind of like the guy that you don't even hang out with because he's just kind of like. He's a Debbie Downer, I guess you can say.
He's not even really a Debbie Downer.
But not really. I just don't know how to explain the type of person that he is.
He's
Very
very
well.
draining.
Yeah.
See, I don't have a problem with him.
But,
I really don't.
and you can see a bunch of pictures of butts for now. His social link, as far as like the XP, because he doubles your XP, like triples your XP, brings you so much.
Again, another thing that
so good.
Another thing, if I would have known, I would have just straight up done.
He's stuck hanging out with him, but his social link is so good.
I think that's kind of the point, is they get the ones that are like least like wanted to give you the best stuff.
Yeah, and then
okay, the one that kind of threw me. Okay, you can go on.
Go
with
ahead.
yours.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
The one that threw me through the loop the most was your teacher as Temperance.
Okay.
That one, I was like, what?
Now she's useful too.
And I still haven't maxed her out, but the fact that you literally have to spend 5,000 yen every single time you want to...
She's a prostitute.
Well, no, she's not. Not really.
Well, in reality, she is.
In reality.
If you come to terms, she is. You don't know that?
I didn't get that far.
No. Even at the beginning, even at level 1, you know that she's a prostitute.
The whole point is that she's a maid cleaning Oh, I'm an idiot. I'll see myself out now.
She comes to give you services. She just happens to not...
Just the fact that you call her up for the first time, she walks and is like, okay.
Well, this is awkward. Yeah,
because I was like, because when you first call her, you see your teacher's head icon, but with a different haircut.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why am I seeing a random person for this conversation? This makes no sense to me. And she shows up and she reveals the teacher is like,
yeah.
I was like, why? What reason?
And that's fine if you like her. Like, I'm not judging her. I'm not judging you or anything like that. But she's useful too. If you maxed her confident level, she lets you go out at night more. So instead of getting the cat telling you to go to sleep, yeah, she'll come to do your duties and clean your room, and you can go out and do stuff.
I really kind of wish. Okay, now I'm literally just playing like I do with all the Persona games that I've played so far. I go through the entire game first, just trying to do the best I can. Mainly max out my social, not links,
stats.
But the stats.
Yeah,
the guts, the charm, kindness, all that stuff. Because I know that the best way to go through the game and max out social links is have those already maxed out.
Yeah, no.
From my time with Persona 4, which you peer pressure me into getting a PSP to play.
Hey, aren't you happy that I peer pressure you into playing it?
I am, but I'm also $300 poor. Thank you very much. By the way, this was like 6 years ago.
I had a PS Vita and then it got stolen, and then I was like, hey man, I really need to get another one. So we went to get one pretty much at the same time, right?
Yeah, we did. Well, you got yours, and then like 2 days later.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you need to get one. And then, sad now, there's no games for the Vita. I'm sorry, man. But Persona 4 makes it worth it.
Yes, it does. I'm still angry at you, though.
So speaking of really useful confidants, Chihaya, who is the...
she's a fortune teller, which is hilarious if you think about it.
Yeah, she's just an airhead too, which is funny, and her social link is good. I don't think she's the best, but she's kind of like middle tier. But if you want to max out other confidants, she's the way to go, because she actually boosts your. So she'll tell you which is the confidant that you should go visit.
Oh, I'm reading like the benefits on her descriptions. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, so she increases your affinity with other characters and stuff. But not only that, but she also increases like the money that you can get out of battles and stuff like that. She increases like your luck and stuff like that. So which
is not a stat which is really listed. I mean, it's listed in the personas, but even still, luck really doesn't do a whole lot.
Oh, dude, you can.
I know it can eventually, but when you're starting out, luck is more hit or miss.
So let me explain to you what luck does, because I guess a lot of people don't know.
No.
Apparently not. So luck has everything to do with criticals.
I knew that.
And for example, in Persona 4, the person with the highest luck is Teddy. Okay? I maxed out Teddy's luck all the way to the point that every time that he hit was critical. Every single time that he hit. So you could even do it, and the best thing is because bosses are not impervious to criticals, you can almost like triple shot bosses in a couple hits. So yeah, that's the way to do it. If you want to do a speed run, you have to count on criticals.
Yeah.
Now this
I'm
is
not
just
good enough for speed runs, but yeah.
But I know people that want to get all the confidence and stuff. Chihaya is not a must, but if you want to do a run where you can get all of the confidence on a single run, Chihaya is like the one that you need to get first, so you can unlock the other ones faster. All right, so
you want to talk about ones that maybe are not the best?
All right, so let's talk about some of the ones that I didn't like. All right, every single body on your party, it's okay.
Okay.
As
And
far as
I will say, like, of the ones that I liked in the party, the one I liked the least was unfortunately Mr. Artist right here, the Emperor himself. Click it, please, because his name is
Yusuke!
Which is hilarious, because Yusuke from Persona 4 was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, his whole story arc was just glorious. This guy, he's just a big old art snob, and it hurts me. It hurts
I thought he was
me.
super funny. He's so
He's so out there, man.
he's out there, but he's funny. I like him, but I didn't think he was a worthy of somebody being in your party. I thought he was fine as kind of like a character there, but if you think of somebody like anybody in Persona 4, for example, they're also memorable. Like, you can't really think them out of the party. Like
really
for example, like think of somebody like even somebody weird like what's his name? Guy blonde hair.
Ryuji.
Yeah, not Ryuji. From Persona 4.
Yeah, Ryuji.
No, Ryuji is in Persona 5.
Good. Where's my phone?
No, we're talking about
There's my phone.
Persona 4. What's his name? Man, what is his name? I don't remember. Oh my god, I am so sorry. And
Nope. Nope. You were definitely
yeah,
right.
it's not Ryuji. It's it starts with an R too.
Kanji.
Kanji. There you go.
Kanji.
It's the G part. Okay, yeah. So Kanji,
Wow.
and he's kind of like the oddball on the group, or whatever,
Yeah.
'cause he's weird as shit and everything. But he has such a good social link story arc.
Oh yeah, because like the whole setup for his character is that people think he's just this really tough guy. He beats down biker gangs. His mother's constantly apologizing for him, and he's sick and tired of people treating him like a, excuse my language, a piece of shit. But here's the thing, he's also like the dude with the biggest heart of gold in the entire freaking group.
And like at some point he himself thinks he's gay, and that's kind of like the reflection of himself in the shadow world. But it's not like his story arc is so good because he's finding himself kind of like as a character and everything, as the person that he is, and he's just such a well developed character. And I expected something like that with Yusuke, but that's not the case at all.
No, they just went straight goofball with him.
And
like I don't know when people get to this, but I know at least with me, I just advanced the relationship with him enough to the point where we went on a inspiration trip to a church.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
he
yeah.
did like this really weird pose, thinking this is the kind of pose that Christ would make if he were in today. It was gloriously stupid, but I don't like him as a character. I liked him to begin with because he was very much a troubled artist working. This is a little bit of a spoiler, and again, we've already said spoilers like 5 times now, but he's working for basically a teacher that just takes advantage of him. But at the same time, he is also a struggling artist. And that, before he became part of the party, was so much more like impactful for me as a player to want him in my party.
Yeah, I felt like he was a good component of the story, like overall, but I didn't feel that he was kind of like important.
He's not. He really isn't. Like the coolest thing that I've gotten so far is that he will make cards.
Yeah.
Like ability cards for you, and that's about it.
All right, now let's talk about something other interesting. I don't like Haru, and I know a lot of people do. I know there's a whole fandom out there that really likes Haru. as a character.
She's nice, but it's
the Empress.
Yeah,
and
which makes sense considering how you get her. But.
And I feel like this is the point of the game. It is the point of the game, and it's the point of the story because it tricks you, and you know that too, right?
I'm definitely past that part.
Okay,
we discussed this already, which we're not discussing here.
It tricks you, and I feel like it's Haru suffers as a character being introduced later on the story. I mean,
technically, she is at least shown during some cutscenes earlier on in the game.
Yeah,
it's just one of those where it's not really quite noticeable unless you're really looking for it. Which is weird because she's literally the only character with pink hair, literally, and apparently it's natural, which is very strange. Very strange.
And the other person that I had, it's not that I had a problem with her, but I felt like she needed more was Sai. Who is
Nijima?
Yeah.
Queen's older sister.
Yes, she was a great character, but there's no character development. There's no actual like story to her. Like you know the story, the main story, and everything that's going on. But having her as a social link.
It's one of those that they're trying to just give you something so that you can continue along with the story and still get more powerful. Like if you do what I do and just ignore most social links unless you really just need to, which don't get me wrong, I've still maxed out at least one social link to be dating the doctor. God, I'm terrible with names. I need to fix that. But at the same time, Tai Takami.
Yeah, so I like her. Like I like her character model. I like her motivations because in the game wise, there's a lot of motivations. There's a lot going on.
She's literally just the female Dojima from 4.
You think so? No.
People have been okay. You remember when the whole Bowsette thing was a huge blowing up bit? Someone, you know what? I actually have it on my phone here. I still have
pull
it.
Up a meme. I might.
Yes.
I may or may not pull it up there.
No, I'm gonna show it on camera. That's what I'm gonna do. So shut up. Shut up.
Oh man. Okay. Well, we're talking. We're looking for this meme here.
Found it.
Okay.
Just so everyone can see. He puts it on.
Show it up.
See? Am I wrong?
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. She's nothing. She's nothing. Okay, first of all, she's a prosecutor. That's not a police, by the way.
I know.
That's like an attorney, and he is a investigator at a police in Innova. Different characters, different motivations,
but the same essential character design.
Okay, now if you want to talk about somebody that is a better father figure,
oh yes,
Sojiro has such a good arc.
And here's the problem. I literally did nothing but get him up to like 2 or 3 in terms of his social link. I feel really bad because he's later. I don't know if we should really talk about this because it's such a big thing about his character that he's willing to accept what's going on and not only accept it but help you.
He rolls with it. The thing about him is
he rolls with it better than a ball down a hill, sir.
Yeah, he rolls with it better than when you were just talking about him.
Sorry.
No.
Dojima.
Dojima. He does better than Dojima.
Dojima is like, okay, little spoilers for 4 is he actually is like, you need to go in after her and save my daughter from this madman that's kidnapped her. Please, I beg you. And then once you come out, he's just like, nope, I'm not even going to deal with it because, that's not something I want to deal with.
It's hard for him to accept what's going on. But Sojiro just rolls with it. I mean, he rolls with pretty much everything that's going on, and he kind of supports you.
He literally closes down his entire shop so you can continue doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, especially on the later on, he hasn't gone that far, but he does so much for you, story-wise. I'm just...
Which is very strange, because you have, as far as I know, because I haven't beaten the game yet, he has no ties to you or your family, really. At all, yet he still takes you in knowing that people screwed over his best friend and his best friend's daughter.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean it's a big deal. I really like his character.
He is probably one of the coolest in terms of like temperament and just willingness to go along with things out of the entire group of people that you can be friends with in this game. Now, granted, there's obviously weirdos like the hanged man over here, who's the gun shop owner, which not real gun shop, model guns. But even still, like, he literally goes along with it better than just about anyone else.
Yeah, but I like his character. He does have a pretty good story about him.
Which I'm gonna figure out more of in my second playthrough.
So he's a good character, but you can easily replace him with a different character, and he would have still bring up that story. You know what I'm saying?
Are you talking about Dojima?
No, I'm talking about him. We're talking about the hangman in Persona 5, Iwai, which is the gun shop person.
Yeah.
We're still talking about that.
He's just a random person that you can be friends with.
Yeah, that's really, and I feel like that's where Persona 5 was a little bit weaker on. The confidence changed a lot because there's more motivation to leveling up the characters.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like the quality of the confidant wasn't as good as in Persona 4 or Persona 3.
Even the weirdest one and one of the most difficult to actually increase in 4, which was the fox at the shrine.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't have to have motivation to increase it with him, but everything this fox does is literally nothing more than just to keep his shrine going. That's it. That's all he wants. And he'll help you in the dungeons. Yeah. And that's it. He's not part of your team. He just heals you, and that's it. That's it.
Right. Yeah, and I like all the characters. Don't get me wrong. I like the characters. I like their stories, and they're really well written, well made, and everything. So don't think that I'm like hating on them or anything.
Oh no,
but I feel like
on any of these characters, because all these characters are fun to talk about, and especially fun to talk with in game. Because obviously you can't talk about it for real. Awesome.
But yeah, I liked all of them, but I don't like Ryuji. And I'm sorry, a lot of people really do. And he's a okay character, but he's a stupid idiot.
He's the Yosuke and we just talked about him. Kanji. He's basically a combination of Kanji and Yosuke from 4 kind of rolled into one. And at the same time, he's not as interesting as either one.
No.
Don't get me wrong.
He does
His
have
story
a cool
yeah,
he definitely has motivations. You feel for him at some points, especially in the first arc. With him and Anne and everything. If you're watching this video, obviously you're past that point.
Hopefully.
But
man, you realize that's part of the 15-hour tutorial of this game, right?
Yeah, definitely. But I really like his motivations. I like what he went through and everything. But he's an idiot. You'll be literally in the middle of the city. You're walking around whatever town you're walking on. And he just goes, "Where are the phantom thieves?" out loud, just like, we can do whatever we want, like every single time. Like, and I'm over here like, dude, people can hear you. Like
every time he says something, every time he talks about something, and I'm just like, really? And then he does it again. I'm just like,
man. And you know what? One of the things that I liked, he just hit him. One of the things that I liked is that they address it. You know, when Makoto comes around and she's like, "Yeah, I discover you guys because you guys are loud," and like, it's very easy to find out. Even though
everyone should just immediately be like Ryuji.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously that's how she found out about it and everything.
Because he was the dumbass who actually went up and said, "Hey, we're the Phantom Thieves and we're awesome." It's like, dude.
Yeah, but
take a chill pill.
I like that he makes the original card, the calling card for the take your heart and everything. I like that a lot. That was pretty cool. But I don't like him. I just don't. He's stupid. He's just too stupid for me. But yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Not the best, not the worst. But I don't buy him as a best friend. You know how Yosuke is your best. He's bro. Friend. He's a bro. And on Persona 3,
just like you and me are bros.
All the homo.
And you heard it here first, folks.
On Persona 3, you also have. On Persona 3, you have the other guy. What's his name?
I don't know the baseball guy. I don't.
Yeah,
I never really got super into that one.
You also have him there, But him, Ryuji, I don't buy him as a best friend.
Watch him also be like some sort of G name.
What's up?
The best friend from...
Okay. What's his name? Oh my god. He's the same... Is he also the chariot? I don't think so.
It would make sense. Oh, good.
No, he's not a chariot. What's...
Mitsuru?
No, Mitsuru is the girl.
I've not played the game, you know this.
We're about to pull up the characters here so we can remember which ones.
We're trying, we promise.
And I know, and I played all the games, but you know how many characters each game has.
Why did you go to Overwatch? I did not click Overwatch. What? Oh god. Stupid fandom.
Junpei. Oh my god, Junpei. He starts hating you as like he hates your guts because you're the special one.
Oh.
And stuff, and he's like, why is he being the leader, and why is he that? On the movies they actually do this dynamic really well, but over time you know that he's recognizing your strength. He doesn't like you, but he recognizes your strength. He knows he respects you, and over time he transforms into a bro.
Yeah.
But Ryuji doesn't. At any point did you not really buy him as a bro.
I mean, he kind of immediately just accepts that you're the leader straight up.
Yeah.
Like no fights, no, oh no, I want to be the leader of this group, or none of that, none of the will he, won't he kind of thing that Yosuke did from 3, not 3. And he tries so hard to be your friend in this one, so hard. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna actually jump over to a mature game from Persona 5, which I'm fairly certain is also a mature game. He's kind of like, if you've ever played Grand Theft Auto 4, and how you play as Nico Bellic, his cousin Roman. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
How
about.
he's always calling you up to go bowling. He's one of those kinds of guys where you're friends with him because you kind of have to be.
See, that's how I felt about Nijima.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
Wait,
Nishima.
Sai?
No, Nishima.
Mishima. I thought you were saying Nijima.
No. That's how I felt about Nishima. He's kind of like the guy that you don't like, but you're gonna have to hang out with.
Yeah.
And but Ryuji, on the other hand, he has some strengths, obviously, like
the fact that he's the only one that learns lightning spells.
But I just don't like him, and I'm sorry, like, but I feel for him too, because he's like pushed as an outcast.
He's literally
the
first one that you connect with.
Yeah.
But they don't expand on that connection past that initial connection.
Yeah. So
now, granted, obviously not, because there's the whole confidant and social link system here. But at the same time, they don't make him feel like more of your friend.
Yeah.
They really don't.
All right. So there's a couple of confidants that we haven't talked about yet. The newspaper girl.
I actually like her.
Ichiko. I like her too. She's a good confidant, and I like that they hang out at the bar.
Yeah. And that same bar you can work at, which I did not know up until about like.
Oh man! Oh, it's super good. If you want to level up your charm, work there all the time.
No, you can level up your charm there. Your best way to level up charm is actually the bath.
The what?
The bathhouse. That's
yeah. No, well, that levels up more than just your charm.
But it does it the most. The bar, however, can level up. Proficiency, guts, kindness. No, it literally can upgrade all 5 of them, depending on
I used to hang out. I used to hang out a lot there just because sometimes I needed to do something else. And once you have unlocked the teacher up to where you can go hang out at night, then you can go work all the time, and you can level up that faster. So that's a double combo.
Leveled her up more.
So yeah, that's good. That's good. Like I said, I like all the confidence. I like the different stories and everything, but I do feel like some of them are more likable than others.
Their stories are definitely weaker than others.
Definitely.
The only one that I really haven't explored too much is Miss Hermit over here.
Futaba, why?
I don't... Because I didn't have... My kindness wasn't high enough.
Ah, man. And she has such a sad story. I really feel for her.
Well, no, her story, like, before you get her as a companion, because she doesn't actually fight for you. She's very much like,
Risa.
Rise from 4.
Or Fuka from 3.
Yeah, they're very much just a support class. That's really all she is, because that's all she does. She helps you figuring out what weaknesses are, where to go, all that cool stuff. But at the same time, I didn't have a high enough kindness to continue her social length. And I didn't have enough charm to continue Makoto Nijima's. Not kindness, charm.
Charm, yeah. Oh yeah, because she wants to go on a date.
You literally have to have maxed out charm to continue her social life.
Yeah,
maxed out.
Yeah, because she wants to be like the swap guy, so she can be like, yeah, this is my boyfriend here, even though they're just acting it out. But then she falls for you and everything. So real cool social link there. I didn't like her, and I had to reject her in the end, which I'm sorry.
It hurt.
It hurts. You know what hurts too? Haru at the very end, she asked you to be her your boyfriend, and I'm like, oh man, I'm so like, sorry. Oh. I just have somebody else now.
Where it's like with the doctor, you literally have to tell her, no, this is not a joke. I love you. And then she's like,
because she keeps pushing you off. She keeps pushing you off because you're younger and everything. Yeah. But
oh my god, she's hot.
My favorite.
Our favorite.
And then the other one,
we share.
I guess the other confidant that I like that is not in the list here is the twins.
Oh yeah, the twins. Just like with every other Persona game, you can always talk to the person who has the compendium and max out their social length. But to do so, you have to create a very specific persona with a very specific ability.
Which is, it can be a pain at sometimes, and most of the time, by the way.
All the time.
I encourage you to look up a list for this kind of stuff. A guide is always needed.
The only way to do that. The only way.
It's needed. It's much needed. I recommend you looking it up, just kind of like doing that way, because it's the easiest way. It's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
And you're not like trying out on everything. There is another way that you can do it, which is basically by finding the skill card. You can get the skill card.
You can only, for the most part, I literally have, I think, like 13 blank cards, because I don't ever talk to Yusuke to have him fill those out.
Yeah.
No, because to me that's a waste of time.
Yeah.
But like every other ability, you can only like get 1 or 2 unless you itemize every single persona you get, and you can only itemize them if you have the proper things to itemize them with. And
it's a mess. You have to understand how Persona works. And I feel like if you play multiple games, even if you play like Persona 3 and 4, you play 5, you still don't understand their system because they switched it up. Every single game they switch it up. Every single game is completely different in that aspect.
Oh god, the fact that you can jump from Persona 4 with what is essentially a 2-hour tutorial stage, which, let's be fair, it is a 2-hour tutorial. That's what the entire opening to that game is.
Yeah.
To Persona 5 that has a no joke 15-hour tutorial, and please don't let that scare you, because this is a wonderful game and you really should play it if you love the story. But my lord, no joke, I checked my play clock today. I'm over 80 hours into it, and I'm still learning.
Yeah, you got like 20 hours to go, man.
I'm gonna enjoy every single minute of it.
Oh, well, yeah, I love the Confidants. There's some that are better than others, definitely. But overall, I like the Confidants. I just feel that not all of them were strong. You know, like there were some in Persona 3 that I really liked. A whole lot.
I just realized that on this official list in Hardcore Gamer, not sponsored, that they don't have Morgana.
Oh, because they don't have the
ones that automatically increase.
But
they don't have the twins.
And we'll talk.
They don't have the twins.
They're also kind of like forced.
They're not. Sense. I literally have not touched them. Like, that's a little bit of an odd statement considering what they are. Let me rephrase.
Children.
Let me rephrase. I have not. I don't know how to say this without it sounding dirty.
He hasn't spoken to them and developed the relationship further than
maybe one or two.
Wow, really? Okay, I fulfilled that. That was the first Confidant I kind of got all the way up there. Obviously, you cannot date it because that would
very much be a don't lose the lolly situation here.
That's very bad, guys. Don't do that. But let's talk about Morgana now that you mentioned him. For the longest time, I thought Morgana was a girl.
You know? I mean, I wouldn't blame you for thinking that, but I always thought Morgana. Again, we're taking the very like just strictest thing in these games possible because there's only one, and I'm gonna say it, and I know I'm gonna sound wrong. Cross-dresser in this game, and there are no other characters who are possibly any other sort of gender fluid or otherwise.
I don't know, just case pretty gender fluid.
Anyway, moving on from that, but I always thought that Morgana was a boy, especially considering the fact that he kept going after
Lady Anne.
Lady Anne. I am so bad at names, and I was just playing this game. No joke. Like 2 hours ago. Oh, golly. But, yeah, and I mean, it kind of makes sense because her code name and her outfit is very much a panther, which is a cat. And Morgana is, lo and behold, a cat.
Yeah. But I like Morgana.
I will say, though, that my favorite outfit out of all of the Confidants is definitely Lady Anne's.
Yeah.
Just because I'm like, this goes so wildly against her character that it's glorious.
Yeah, even the first time that she gets it, she's like, oh man, fuck this outfit.
Yeah, she is. And then for the rest of the game, she's using a whip.
Yeah.
A whip. Which, let me tell you how hard using a whip is as a weapon. It's difficult. At least for amateurs.
It's difficult. But yeah, I like Morgana, but I never had him in my party. At the beginning, I did, but then afterwards...
I mean, you're kind of forced to in the beginning.
Yeah.
So.
But as soon as I had the chance not to, I didn't. And I'm sorry, like, I know people liked him and stuff. I thought he was a little bit annoying, and like, he was rude to Ryuji. Like, everything that he missed, he'd be like, way to go, Ryuji! And like, start like, I don't know where that comes from.
Kind of a D-bag, but to be fair, Ryuji was also a D-bag.
Yeah, I mean, we already established that Ryuji is an asshole.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's not to you.
Mm-hmm.
He's just to Morgana. And honestly, like, there are some friendships that there are very much like that.
Yeah.
I know ours aren't, but we've known each other for too long to really fight at all.
Yeah, but it's, I mean, I like him, but I like the stuff, for example, like this thing about going to sleep, man. This the meme about going to sleep.
Hey, it's getting pretty late. You should go to sleep now. It's like, no, you stupid cat.
I will go to sleep at 3 in the morning if I have to. I need to finish this model.
Wait, you can build models in this?
Yeah, of course. They build your what is that thing?
I'm very disappointed in myself. See, even in Persona 4...
Have you done the online shopping?
Guess what I just recently got a hold of?
The computer.
Yep.
Okay, you can. There's a whole black market in there.
Yep, I know. I've already purchased stuff from there. I haven't gone back to using it since. Let me guess, there's models on there, right?
There's a bunch of stuff. You can buy guns. You can buy... at that point, I was thinking, are you buying real guns in the black market?
Which would make sense, considering it's from the black market.
Yeah, I mean, I figured, but I was that's actually an Easter egg from Persona 3. The seller. I'm Persona 4 too.
Oh, you're talking about Tanaka.
Yeah, Tanaka.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No,
I like his music.
I saw his face. I'm like,
yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's such a good.
I also love the fact that you can either use Joker or your act or whatever name you entered in as what Tanaka talks to you as. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just gonna use Joker because you don't need to know my name.
Yeah, I want him to be like a social link at some point. At a game.
The only way to increase it is to buy more stuff from him.
Yeah, or something. I don't know.
You have to spend like 2 million yen to get to like the 7th social link.
That'll be interesting. I like that. But yeah, who else?
He has to have good things.
Yeah, he does have good things. Yeah.
No, I'm saying like if he were to ever.
Oh yeah. There's one character that we haven't talked about, and it's Pancake Boy.
No, I'm not talking about Pancake Boy. We're gonna skip him, or at least I'm gonna skip him because one, if I start talking about him, I'm gonna get into super spoiler territory, and I really don't want to. Because I really want everyone to come in and find out the anger that
All I
have.
want to say is this. Atlus needs to go away from forced
Twists.
twist, but also from forced confidence, because it ruins the experience of it.
I can understand things like Teddy, Morgana,
Yeah,
and some
yeah.
of the other things, particularly like with Igor. Like, those have to. Like, those have to.
Right, they kind of have to, but he didn't need to be a forced social link, and it would have been better if you had
Like, here's
developed
the
his social link.
Here's the thing, though. How else were you going to hang out with him?
They'll figure it out. They figured it out with Adachi on Persona 4.
Yeah, but he's also there from the beginning to really kind of hang out with.
Yeah.
This guy comes in, you're literally last half of the game.
No.
Yeah.
You meet him at the beginning.
You meet him at the beginning, but he doesn't start becoming a real social link that you can advance on until about halfway through the game.
Well, he talks to you all the time on like a train or whatever.
He does, but they don't set it up so that you...
I guess. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I feel like he could have been a little bit better developed as a character from the beginning. Maybe he will be a little bit more liked. I don't know if people liked him.
People like him?
Hey, there are people that like him, okay? Well, we don't want to get into that waifu war here, okay?
Well, I can understand for waifus, but like, oh my... Well, not waifu, but husband. Or however the hell you say
so
that.
Sai, I want her to be a better developed social link, and I keep going back to her because her sister Makoto Nijima is so well developed as a character, and then her sister just doesn't get that much love. But yeah,
she is going to be the one I max out my second playthrough.
definitely gotta do it.
Not just max out, but like date.
I figured you were referring to that.
Yes.
But yeah, I think we went through all of the social links now. We kind of talked a little bit about all
we
of them
missed
here.
one social link.
What are we talking about?
Our social link. It's the lovers. It's past 10.
He's level 11 at this point.
Darn tootin'.
Alright, well, yeah. Yeah, thanks so much for watching this video here. We just wanted to like discuss the social links and talk which ones we like, which ones we don't like, and...
Because I've literally been doing nothing on my days off and whatever time I have off playing Persona 5, trying to finish it for the past week and a half.
But yeah, it's a good game. If you haven't finished it, we actually didn't go through much spoilers, really.
We tried to stay away from
Yeah,
it
we really, I'll say this. If you haven't finished the game, do finish it. Let us know which ones are your favorite social links.
And hey, even if this is even if you just want to like get into it, just know it takes a while to get going, but once it gets going, it doesn't stop. So please play more of this game if you've already played it. Please play this game if you haven't, particularly if you love story. And oh my god, the soundtrack is amazing.
Oh yeah, soundtrack is great too. Alright, well yeah, thanks so much for watching this video here. We're just gonna close it up right now, wrap it up. And yeah, thanks so much for watching this.
Bye guys.